Hi team, welcome back to our sessions in Psalm 46, an encouraging psalm that reminds us who God is, something we need to keep on hearing all the more at the moment. Yesterday we heard that God is our refuge. He's like a big safe castle. Today we're going to look at the next two words in the psalm. God is our refuge and strength. It might sound obvious, but it's really good to remember that God is strong. Yesterday I saw perhaps the most ridiculous video I've ever seen on YouTube. It was of a tank driving through an empty building. This tank is just so strong it can't be stopped. It starts on the one side of the building, goes straight through it and ends up on the other side. It's just so strong. And that is what God is like. He's like a tank. He's strong. So he is always in control. He always achieves his plans. He can't be stopped. God is strong. And I don't know about you, but at the moment, I feel really weak. I can't control this virus. I can't achieve my plans. And it doesn't take much to stop me from doing what I want to do. And you know what? It's actually true, not just of little me. It's true of the whole world. We have in the world what we call superpowers. UK, we'd like to think we're a superpower, but we're not really. The US, China, these big nations, these big superpowers. But at the moment, under lockdown, well, they don't look all that super. They don't look all that powerful. It's at times like these that we realise something, if we haven't realised it already, something that's actually always been true. In our broken, fading, rubbish world that is under the hand of God's judgment, well, we're not strong, we're actually weak. But here's the good news. Even though we're weak, God can be our strength. That's what Psalm 46 says. If we put our trust in Jesus, if we realise we need God's help, if we admit God needs to be in charge, if, as this psalm goes on to say, we stay still, not trusting our actions but trusting God's actions, well, doing that, it's a bit like clambering into the tank. God becomes our strength. And that is good news because God is always in control. He can strengthen us through any illness, any hardship, and use it for our good. God always achieves his plans. He can save us through judgment, even though it's in the future, even though we don't deserve it. If we trust him, he will do it. And God cannot be stopped. Viruses stop people. Viruses stop families. Viruses stop nations. Trusting them will never be totally worth it. But God cannot be stopped by anything. Trusting him, well, it really, really is worth it. With a tank, you don't really want to be on the outside, do you? They're dangerously strong. We want to be inside. And it's the same with God. If we don't trust him, it's dangerous. But if we do, he is our strength. So as we finish, if we are a follower of King Jesus, if we associate with him, if we back his strength before our own strength, well, quite astonishingly, we can say verse 2 of Psalm 46. Therefore, we will not fear. If we're a Christian, that's what we can say despite our present circumstances. Therefore, we will not fear. So this is what God is like. God is our refuge and God is our strength. Let's remember that today.